Hey, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yes. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just enjoyed some Thanksgiving. Did you enjoy Thanksgiving?
Yes, I did. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of food?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
A lot of food.
What kind of food?
Oh, you know the classics. Turkey, stuffing, gravy, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
The list goes on.
There we go. That's awesome. So, just kind of recapping from last time. You were in here, you came in and you said that you had maybe a little bit of a problem with the eating disorder that you were diagnosed with when you were in high school, senior year. And so I know we talked about a couple goals throughout the session. You said that your girlfriend is your main support, family and friends, maybe not so much, and that the anxiety and all that stress from the school and work that you have really no time, and so with that, it makes it hard to eat. And so as we did kind of go over that, has anything changed since the last time you were in here?
You know, I mean, I've definitely paid more attention to it. I can't say I've really changed that many habits, but you know, I'm definitely trying to work on it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then I know that we were thinking of doing maybe some role play here in the session because you were going to approach your professor or professors and kind of just say, hey, you know, getting too much work here. It's kind of hard to do this on time or whatnot. You know, can I get an extension? So I would like to ask, have you reached out to any of them yet, or kind of thought about ways of doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been thinking about it. I have not gotten around to it. I mean, I'm definitely a little nervous too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. So my thought here was that I'll be the may pretend professor, and then you'll be yourself. And then we'll kind of just go through it, just kind of give you a little practice of, you know, maybe what it would be like. Mm-hmm. And so, let's say, just giving you a little setting here, would you want to approach them after class, kind of?
Probably,
just
yeah.
when you know they're free? Okay.
Most likely.
So, let's say I'm the professor at the end of the class, and I'm getting ready to kind of maybe head out. Mm-hmm. And now you're going to come up and approach me.
Hey, Professor. You mind if I talk to you real quick?
Yes, Peyton. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. So, yeah, I've just been really struggling recently to get my work done on time. I've been dealing with this eating disorder. Been talking to a therapist recently about it. And I was just really wondering if there's anything I could do to maybe work with you to get an extension on my assignments, just because I feel like I need it.
Okay. Yes, Peyton, that definitely seems like something that you're working on, and I really enjoy that to hear that you're taking the steps, and thanks for approaching me. And let's have you step to my office hours later, and we could kind of discuss your schedule and maybe some of the homework assignments that you're having some trouble on. Maybe I can help you out. So I see, now I'm the therapist again. Yeah. So I see that it seemed pretty simple for you to kind of come up. What were your thoughts when you were going over kind of what you were telling me?
I mean, yeah, you're right. That did seem pretty easy. I guess maybe I'm just in my head a little bit too much about it, about the prospect of coming up to them.
And I would like to know kind of what that looks like in your head.
Well, I mean, in my head, I guess it just kind of feels a little bit embarrassing asking for help in that way. Yeah, even though I know it shouldn't be, because you know that's what they're there for.
Do you feel as if it would be easier to, I would say, I guess the question that I have is, what point of that interaction that we had were you feeling more uncomfortable with, say it were a real setting?
I mean, definitely just the admitting that I have an eating disorder to my professor part.
Do you think you'd have to tell your professor about your eating disorder? I know that is pretty personal information, and although it might gain the professor's understanding a bit more, it also, maybe there'd be a way around that to not tell them, because if that's kind of the area that you're more so hesitant on talking about, it's really good to talk about it, because that's kind of the first step of change. But, I don't think it would be really necessary for you to tell your professor about the eating disorder if that's something you didn't really want to say. Maybe you could just say, how about we reword it? Do you think of any other ways you could maybe reword that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just saying that I'm struggling in general to keep up with the assignments, but like you said, just from an understanding standpoint, it's hard to really ask for help without bringing that up.
What other words could be used for the struggle that you're going through? What other words could we describe, your eating disorder? Maybe mental health issue, or health issues.
Yeah.
And you could always just tell them that you are seeking help as well. But maybe the specifics, if that's what's uncomfortable, you don't have to necessarily go over. Yeah, and then so what's the difference, do you think, between telling your professors something kind of, something pretty personal to yourself, and then telling your girlfriend? Because I know we had talked about your girlfriend last time, and how you were gonna maybe introduce the topic to her. Did you get anywhere, any progress with that, or kind of just thinking about it still?
I did get a little bit of progress. I brought it up to her the other day. Yeah, just like you said, just the prospect of me having the eating disorder. I just wanted to let her know where I stand in the whole situation, like how I'm feeling about it, and she was very receptory of it.
Receptive. Okay. Yeah. No, I was gonna say comfortable, or maybe was it uncomfortable at all telling her about all that?
A little bit. I mean, obviously, like, we've been together for so long that she understood. I mean, like I mentioned last session, she kind of sensed that something was up recently, so it was easy to talk to her about it.
Okay, yeah, and it makes sense, since she is someone that's been in your life for how long did you say?
5 years.
5 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so she's somebody you've known for 5 years, and it's just a little bit easier to tell her, maybe talk to her about it.
Yes.
And so I would like to know kind of how you went about it, how you approached that situation.
I just let her know. Her name's Natalie. I was like, Natalie, what I said was that I told her that I was coming to see you, and she asked why, and I said, well, I've just been dealing with, I mean, I was pretty upfront about it. I just said I was dealing with an eating disorder, and I was just seeking some professional advice on it. So, and she just said that was probably a good thing, and that I mean, she let me know that I could talk to her about anything as well, so that was nice.
That is nice. So you have some support there. So you did say that you were diagnosed with this eating disorder in senior year.
Yeah.
Correct. So you are 23 now. Were you with her when you were diagnosed with the eating disorder, or was that just after?
That was kind of, like the beginning, like we were friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so did she know, I think last time we had spoke, she had known that you had an eating disorder, but didn't really know how, prevalent it was in your life?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I just wanted to make sure we have all the facts straight here.
Yep.
But yeah, okay. And then the second goal that we had was kind of making maybe like a little food journal for the things that you've been eating. And so I know it's been 2 or 3 weeks since then. How does that look? Yeah, have you kind of started doing any work there, or maybe do you need some help kind of coming up with a plan on how to do that?
I definitely attempted it myself. I would definitely like some advice for maybe how to more helpfully do that, because I've just kind of been writing down everything I eat, and I don't know if that's necessarily what you're looking for. Yeah, I mean, I've just been writing down what I eat, like I said, and then how much of it.
Okay. Do you think that's helping you in any way?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's interesting, I guess, to see like my diet like visually displayed. I don't necessarily know what it is doing to change my diet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. And I think the reason that we had decided upon the journal was just kind of seeing, I guess, at first what you're eating. And I know the average adult, there's a calorie amount that you should hit for a healthy person, for normal, and you can actually find that out by going online. There's so many resources. I can give you some after this, but they can help you stylize that journal. And so my idea was that we get in kind of in a week what you eat regular, maybe no changes to the diet yet, but just putting it down so you know. And then with that, see if you're hitting that calorie goal.
Yeah.
If you're not, which is maybe the assumption here, then we'll add some things that you can add to your diet that would be, maybe some good good nutrients all around, but also adding calories. So I think what we'll do maybe is, instead of doing a journal for each of those items of food that you ate, perhaps just do a journal when you're eating. So whenever you eat, just say, I'm eating this. And then just state maybe how hungry you are. And then, maybe your own thoughts about what you're eating.
Okay.
And then we can kind of review that and kind of go over, let's say you ate, let's go through a basic diet. What would you eat for breakfast, let's say, if you were to eat breakfast?
Yeah, I usually don't eat breakfast.
Okay. What about like lunch? What does your lunch usually look like?
I mean, I'll usually stop at the gas station, grab a candy bar.
Candy bar. Do you have, what about dinner or supper?
Yeah, I'll usually try to whip up something, but I mean, dinner's definitely not an everyday thing.
Okay, so then through not maybe eating, you said you don't really eat breakfast, maybe just a little snack for lunch, and then if you have time, or if you have the energy, you'll make supper for yourself. And we did go over that last time. I remember you were saying that when you're tired and there's just so much going on, you just kind of forget about food.
Yeah.
And so by putting this journal down, by saying, this is how much I'm eating right now, perhaps think about, how does that make you feel? How does only eating a candy bar make you feel, And then we'll just work on maybe accepting the different thoughts that it's okay to eat. Do you have thoughts of, when you're eating, do you have thoughts where maybe you're like, this is too much, or maybe this is too little? What is going through your head kind of when you're eating?
Yeah, I mean, it's really like, it's almost like I'll eat and then, like, say for example, if I do have some lunch, like a real lunch, I'll just think to myself like, oh well, what does that do? What does that really do for me? And if anything, I'll think that was too much. I'll be like, well, why would I eat that much?
Okay.
Yeah.
Any further comments on your diet?
I mean, it's really just like, it's like almost just getting down on myself for the potential that I ate too much that day, and it's like, then I get down on myself because I just think about the fact that I shouldn't be eating that much. Even when in the back of my brain I know that I need a full day's worth of food, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. So perhaps cognitive behavioral therapy would work, where we could potentially next time we could rewire those thoughts that you have. So then you can kind of, since I know you already know it's okay to eat, as you had said, and you said I know in the back of my head, you know, it's okay to eat, but then in the forefront of my head it's I ate too much. Let's try to make those two different thoughts. Let's try to make it so they fit together. So we'll work on just cognitive restructuring of those thoughts. And actually, I have a packet here, which is kind of a little assessment. I know you kind of went over last time how you were kind of unsure of how you see progress. And with you bringing up the journal, that is also a way to kind of, you know, keep progress, but, you know, not as direct. And so this is an assessment that I'll be using at the end of each of our sessions together. And through it, it's kind of going to just read the level of support you're getting and the level of, I guess, help and your goals and progress. And so I can help you out with that in a little bit when we, you know, kind of wrap up here. But it is just meant for you. No one else will see it. So be as, you know, thorough as you want on that, and I will be the only one who see that. But kind of just to wrap it up, we went over those 3 goals, changed the second goal into a more cognitive restructuring thought process. The first goal, we went over role play. You seem to be doing very well with the approach, with everything going on. It's just those inner thoughts, that inner dialogue that maybe we need to quiet down a little bit, just so you can, you know, actually approach them. And then maybe rewording the eating disorder part. So then we'll go over one more time that role play here at the end.
Okay.
And then you told your girlfriend. She said that you have her support. That's amazing. I love to hear that. That's awesome. And I'm so glad that you did that. You know, I'm proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
So, welcome. But so let's go over that one more time, and maybe this time try to use some other, you know, use some different language to kind of get your point across.
Okay.
So I'll be the professor.
Hi, Professor.
Hello, Baden.
Just mind if I speak to you real quick?
Of course. A few minutes.
So, yeah, I've just been dealing with some things outside of school that have kind of been preventing me from dedicating my time to getting my assignments done for your class. It's just some mental roadblocks. I've been seeking help in the areas that I'm struggling with, and I just wanted to talk to you and see if I could potentially get an extension on some of these assignments that I've fallen behind on, because it's been a struggle for me.
Wow. Yeah. Of course, Peyton. Let's talk more during my office hours. Okay. Wow. wow, that was really good. That
Thank
was
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Thank
I
you.
hope you go in with that same energy. Just go in and maybe try to practice it. You don't even have to do that exactly, but what we just did would work perfectly. If I was your actual professor, I'd be like, yeah, let me give you so much time. So yeah, but okay, well, perfect. So we got that down. We're gonna have you practice that. So try it out. It's okay if it doesn't work, but just giving it one step. That's all you need. Just start. But yeah, any other concluding thoughts that you have for our session here?
I mean, no, not at this time.
Not at this time. All right. Well, then we'll see you in another week, 2 weeks. Depends on. I know you have vacation coming up here,
Yep.
so we'll kind of work around that. I'll be here as you need me. But yeah, I'm so glad you came in. I'm so happy that you told your girlfriend. Proud of you for that. And I hope you have a safe drive home. Be careful with the snow. And yeah,
Hey, thank you. Thank
of
you.
course.
I'll see you next session.
See you next session.